Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another YouTube video discussion. So, if you hadn't seen it yet, hadn't got a chance to get around to it, there was a Nintendo Direct that was announced recently, and we got that today. It was really more of a partner showcase, about 20 to 25 minutes of just games being announced, and some of them were pretty decent. Some of them were games that's like, oh wow, I'm surprised that they brought that over to the Switch. And then others were some surprises. So you can go back and watch it, of course, and leave your thoughts in the comments down below about anything that you personally liked and want to play from it. But these are just the four games, or the four announcements, I guess, because one of them is technically more than one game. But these are the big four announcements from that Direct that I felt the most personally excited for. And then I might talk about one or two others in there. So they kicked off the Direct with Grounded coming to the Nintendo Switch, which seems like it's a pretty fun game for everybody to play. I personally tried it when it was in game preview on Xbox, and the game seems like it's come a long way since then. But based on when I played of it, I didn't really care for it too much back then. So that's just my personal taste. But then they went to the next game, which was a big surprise for me because I didn't even realize this was something that was in development. They announced Ender Magnolia, which is a sequel to Ender Lilies, which is a Metroidvania Souls-like game that I enjoyed playing. Towards the end of the game, it got really frustrating. But just the fact that I was able to play that game and like, oh wow, I really like this world and this style, and they brought it back. So yeah, I think it's interesting that Ender Lilies gets a sequel before we officially get the Hollow Knight one, but that's another discussion in of itself. But Ender Magnolia coming, go check it out. I'm excited for it. It seems like it's gonna be pretty cool. Very similar to what the first one did, probably with some new mechanics. And then personally for me, there wasn't a whole lot else that was really talked about other than, what was it, Penny's Big Adventure or something like that. It looks like it's a Sonic-like game almost. It's a platformer. It's got some speed involved, going through some rings. It involves a yo-yo. Looks like it's pretty fun. It's out today on the Nintendo eShop. I might pick it up. I might see if there's a demo to give it a try first before I go and pick it up. Because I am currently doing Mario vs. Donkey Kong, so I don't want to overlap my games, which I have a tendency of doing. But that is out, and something that I saw initially, I think, announced way back when, and like, oh, I didn't realize it was even out. So, yeah, cool that that's out. Then the next big one were the two that came at the end of the Direct, which I think were the two big announcements. The first one is that we're getting Killer Instinct Battletoads, the Super Nintendo Battletoads, I don't remember what it was called. We're getting Blast Cores for the N64, and we're getting like a couple of other little NES games like Snake and Marbles, I think is what it was. So that was pretty exciting stuff. I might go back through and update my apps to go give those a try because they did look fun. Killer Instinct, of course. I was more excited to get Killer Instinct Gold just because I had more fun with Killer Instinct Gold than I did with Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. But this is a lean towards that direction because obviously they were able to work with Rare to get some of these games over, which just means, yes, please continue to work with Rare and bring over some Rare games from the N64. Please, let's do this. Rare had some pretty interesting games back in the day that I feel like your library would just be empty if you didn't have it. And then the final announcement was something that I didn't even realize, but I'm glad that they're doing it. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because this is one of those franchises that I kind of felt like Nintendo was done with, that they weren't going to make any more of after the Wii. But I'm glad to see that it has come back, and that's Endless Ocean. Endless Ocean Luminous, I think is what it was officially called. That is back. Endless Ocean is back, and that's cool because I thought at first, oh, they're porting over Subnautica. That when I first saw it, I was like, it's Subnautica. But then they're like, no, it's Endless Ocean. I'm like, oh wow. I never personally played Endless Ocean, but I heard good things about it. I heard that it was a really interesting Wii game, and so I might pick it up to see what it's about. You never know. I might become an Endless Ocean fan. Just because my taste seems to be changing lately to that more relaxed style of games where I'm just more like let's just chill and relax and finish the game whenever we can instead of being all hardcore. But that's just me, guys. If you had a chance to watch the Nintendo Direct, what did you think about it? Again, put your thoughts in the comments down below. Love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, I thank you for joining me for another YouTube video discussion. You can feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want. No pressure from me, of course. I'm just a guy on the internet who just randomly rants at a camera. But thank you for watching. As always, guys, have yourself a great rest of your day. And remember that we are better together, so just keep being kind to each other. And I'll see you next time.